Approaching juvenile in Aurora, about 75th Aurora.
Okay, here's my firearm.
16-year-olds and a 15-year-old are here, booked into the Juvenile Justice Center.
Good afternoon, sir.
My oldest daughter, Maya, she had came to visit me. She's about 3 years old at that time, you know. She was like, so Dad, when are you coming home? That made me think like, hold up, is there more to life than this? And if there is, then how do I find it? This is Yester Terrace. This is where I came to when I was little from Texas, man. It was the first place I was brought up.
For Devontae Parson,
I used to get jumped, you know what I mean? There was times where I was robbed, you know, and this is when I was a little kid.
that background has motivated him to make a change, bringing new ideas and tactics to stop a trend. Younger kids in Washington State involved in crime.
Something that could just make myself be better.
In this room full of teenagers who've been in trouble before,
hanging out with the wrong people.
he raises the question.
What do you think is something that needs to be put in place to help you not have to go back?
I have people here like you guys to keep me on the right track and make sure I don't revert back to doing those negative people, hanging around those negative people. It's gotten way easier.
Devontae's working to empower at-risk kids at a pivotal point in time.
I've been with the Renton Police Department for 29 years now, and it is the worst that our officers have probably dealt with in this time.
King 5 analyzed data from our region's 3 most populated counties and found juvenile crime, especially serious offenses, are trending up. Take Pierce County. Compared to pre-pandemic years, crimes such as assault and robbery are on pace to increase by 60% this year.
How's your growth been consistent, and what are some ways that you challenge?
Devontae has had to ask himself the same thing.
I'm fighting, I'm robbing, I'm shooting.
Photos from his past show the transformation.
So when I was either staying on the bus or I was staying at some of my friends' houses.
Back then, there were frequent trips to Seattle's Central District.
This is where, first time ever going to jail. I've been locked up on this block like 3-4 times.
And there's the time on Cherry Street when he became the target.
I got shot at right over here. Honestly, it's like reliving trauma at this point. You know what I mean? It's like reliving trauma. You know, there was that sense of, I could feel how I felt.
His violent path led him to prison.
I was like, this is hopeless.
With a long rap sheet and new assault charges for a drive-by shooting in 2015, Devontae was facing a terrifying sentence, 140 years behind bars.
There's no way possible I'm getting out of this.
The outlook was so bleak, he made a drastic move.
If somebody put me on with a book about going pro se, you know, and representing yourself in court, why not represent myself and throw my own? I'm the one that care about my life the most. So that's when I was like, you know what? Fire my attorney, and I'm doing this myself. I used to walk in a circle in a cell in my suit.
He put his full focus into studying to get ready for trial.
You take this leap and represent yourself, and the outcome is what?
Yeah, so I really got a hung jury on all the assault first degrees. Prosecutor was like, he doesn't want to go back through that again. If you just take this assault and second degree and a gun charge, you'll be out in a couple years.
Devontae took the offer, and when he left prison, it was with a new purpose.
We pair your young people of color in these underserved communities with mentors.
He started a nonprofit with a nod to his past, calling it Pro Se Potential.
Where we teach kids life skills, critical thinking skills.
He's working to convince teenagers to make better choices than he did.
Actually, because I did a bad decision, and it kind of ended me up there.
These 4 are in the program.
And I'm here every day. You know, I want to be here to show up. I want to be able to get my life together.
Joshua Wielden is 18. Andreas Moran is 16.
I never really had anyone to reach out to before I met Pro Se and all them.
17-year-old Michael Franklin and his 18-year-old brother Lionel say they're learning from Pro Se Potential's mentors.
They found their path. They're helping us find our path.
Devontae's work involves going into the youth jail.
All I need is that moment. If I can get the ground, the soil, I can plant the seeds in there.
He also holds sessions like this one,
Open transformation or open development. And that's
giving teens a place to talk.
On their own, but you need help. That's something I had to really learn, that I need help. I can't do everything on my own.
I feel that, brother. And one day y'all gonna be the mentors, man. That's how it go.
Devontae says Pro Se Potential is working, with the majority of the kids in the program getting a job, staying in school, and staying out of jail. On the same streets where Devontae used to commit crime,
Devontae.
Like this, man. Nice to meet you, brother.
he's back with his plan to prevent it, inspiring young people to choose education and career opportunities over gangs and guns.
There's so much work to do, man. There's still babies dying. You know what I mean? There's still babies getting locked up and re-locked up.
Because I love to do stuff, especially for the community.
Building that connection, that's the point of it. We could probably save lives doing it.
Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.